Good morning, guys. Today's fifth lecture on unit number 3. Let me just share the screen with you guys. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so till today, we have gone through basically the unit number 3 is from concept development to the we are going to do product function of the product. So for that we need as we discussed what kind of we need. In last few lectures we talked about a selection of a proper concept. Okay, we have seen selection charts, and before that we have seen pubs method also. So today we will see system modeling. What is system modeling? Functional modeling and decomposition, and fast method, something called as fast method. Okay, so these three things we will see today, and in next lecture we will wrap up this unit number 3. So, system modeling. What is system modeling? Is basically in this modeling we will have abstract models of the system. Okay, like of the water system we are going to develop, we will create abstract models of the system, and each model will give you the various views. Okay, means for the same system, different models will give you different views, and we will look at it as per the perspective, right? It will help us to identify the functionality of the system, and we will able to connect the it with the customers. Okay, now it is interdisciplinary study of the use of models to conceptualize construct systems, in business development and IT. So it is basically function modeling. Common type of system modeling is basically function modeling. Okay, with the basic techniques such as functional block diagram. Okay. Now, what is functional block? I will talk about that. These are models are extended to the functional decomposition. Composition means we are going to combine various things, and in decomposition we will break those things and we will decompose it, and we'll see how it will look like. When they are if they are separated. Okay, and it can be linked to the requirement models for further system partition. Okay. Contrasting to the functional modeling, another type of system modeling is architecture modeling. Okay, one is functional modeling, where we will do the modeling based on the functions. Okay, another is architectural modeling. Okay, basically which uses a system architecture as a conceptual model, right? And then there is also called as business process modeling, or a graphical representation of the business processes. Like say here we have seen the level of maturity and level of integration. Here like requirements. Okay, this is basically vehicle like requirements and sales and aftermarket. This is level of integration is vehicle, then system, and there is components or parts. So requirement, will have requirement first, then design and simulation is done. Okay, from requirements. From design and simulation, we'll do integration and implementation. Okay, so with the requirements, we'll have design. Then from the after design, we'll have integration and implementation. Then once everything is integrated, we'll do a testing, and whether everything is fine or not, we'll check that. That is testing and validation. And at the end, we will do sales and aftermarket. So after everything is delivered, how it's performing, we'll do sales and market. Okay, now let's see what is functional modeling and decomposition. Okay, it's basically in system engineering, it is basically functions, like what are the activities, actions, processes, and operations in a model system or subject area. Like what are the activities we are going to perform? What are the actions we are going to take? What are the processes? What are the operations? This is basically all our of this is functional model. Okay, in system engineering or software engineering or computer science, functional model or functional model is structured representation of functions. Okay, right. A functional model is similar to the activity model or process model. It is a graphical representation of it, right? The purpose of this is basically to whatever functions or processes or activities, operations, actions we are going to show them in a graphical mode, right? Which helps us to identify it is in easier way, like functional modeling and analysis. Definition, clarification, customer requirement. That is the first step. Distinguish constraints, generate function trees or dependencies, compare customer requirements, whatever function trees we have developed, compare it with customer requirements, create alternative functional structure, right? Identify product architecture and assembly. So this is basically functional modeling and analysis. Functional analysis is an integral part of the product design and redesign. It is way of structuring your thinking about the problem, way of aiding production design specification development, and also it will aid, means it will help in concept generation. So this functional modeling will help you in concept generation as well. Now, there is a technique called as FAST method, functional analysis system technique. Okay. Now, what is this FAST method? It is a technique or the graphical representation showing the logical relationship between the functions. Now, whatever we have discussed, like what are different functions. So, all those functions, how they are related to each other, that is described in a graphical way, or in a images, or where it is easy to understand that logical relationship between the functions of the project or product or process or services on the questions how and why. So in the basically in this fast method, we will be asking two questions: how we are going to do it and why we are going to do it. Like how inform reader, like how we are going to do it, why distribute information, and this will combine to communicate information and satisfy accessibility standard. Now we'll take an example, right? Why fast method function analysis system techniques is important. The function analysis system techniques it helps basically in identifying the scope of the project by because we are showing this relationship between the functions, processes, and all that. We are showing it in graphical way, so it will be easy to understand the relationship between them. Okay. In this method, basically organization of the functions into function logic, right? This is the way we are going to organize it. It is used to verify, illustrate how proposed solution achieves the needs of the project. Means whatever we are going to propose, the solution we have suggested, how it will help in solving the problem, right? It is shown in a graphical way in this fast method. Now, what are the benefits of the fast method? It is creative process, right? And the benefits are develop a sheer understanding of the project. So, if some people have not understood the meaning or the basic how we are going to execute the project, they will easily understand it. So that is the development of shared understanding. Identify missing function. If something is missing because of this graphical representation in the fast method, it will be easy to identify those missing function, define, simplify, and clarify the problem. Now, whatever problem we have on our hand, it will be easy to define it, simplify it, and clarify it. Like so, because of the fast method presentation or representation, this different functions are the problems are easy to define. We can simplify them and clarify them, organize and understand the relationship between the functions, because this basically that is the whole idea of behind this fast method is basically a relationship between various functions. So because of that we will know what function is related to what and how they are related. Okay. Identify the basic function of project, process, or product. With the help of fast presentation representation, we can identify basic function of the your whole goal of your project or process, improve communication and consensus, and stimulate creativity. Okay, so these are some important benefits of fast method. Now, how to create fast diagram? There are three questions are addressed in fast diagram. How do you achieve the function? How you are going to do it? Why do you do this? Why we are going to do this function or process or product? And when do you do this function? What other functions you must do? So while doing this function, what other functions must be? So like how and why, these are the basic questions. And while doing this, what other functions you must do? A Farad diagram illustrates how a function is expanded and how and why questions in Farad diagram. It's like how is in one direction, why is in other direction. So function one, lower order function, like this go from why we are answering this question to higher order. Higher order function is how we are going higher to lower, right? Then why do you do and how do you do? So like any function, what you are doing, why we are doing it, and how we are going to do it. So putting those in a graphical way is basically your fast method. Okay, like this is the scope of the study, lower scope, upper scope, and in between this is the scope of the study. Okay, steps in construction of fast diagram. Okay, like what are steps? First, expand the function in how and why directions. So like what are functions we have to expand in those two directions, how direction, why direction. Build along how path asking how the function is achieved. Place the answer to the right terms or the right verb of the immeasurable noun. Test the logic in the direction why path by asking why this function is. So two questions we are going to ask: how this function we are going to achieve, and why we are going to do this function. When the logic does not work, identify any missing. So when you see that logic is not working, something is missing, then try to identify what is missing. To identify function that happens at the same time, ask when this function is done, what else needs to be done or caused by the function. So while we are doing the function, we need to again ask one more question: how, what else needs to be done? The higher order functions toward the left side of the fast diagram describe what is being accomplished, and lower order function describe how they are. So on the left hand side, we are going to get answer of what we are achieving, and on the right side we are going to get answer how we are achieving. When does not refer to time measured by the clock, but functions occur as a result of each other, right? Now take an example of mouse trap. Consider the following a fast diagram mouse trap using how and why basically. So we will develop a fast diagram for mouse trap. Now why select? We need mouse trap, or we are designing a mouse trap. We can answer two questions: why and how. Why we are going to? Because we want to kill mouse. Now why? Because we got a requirement that we want to kill mouse or eliminate mouse. So our is basically why we are going to do it: kill mouse. And on the right hand side, basically how we are going to do it: by using a trap. So like basically, if you put a diagrams like why and how, and when is basically with this what else needs to be done, okay, and or. So like how is from left to right, kill mouse, that is basically what is the purpose. How we are going to do it: hold a bait, right? Put something like cheese or something. Because of that, it will be attracted. Then once it gets attracted, trigger the switch. Once there will be some trigger, spring or something. Then that will strike, or it will hit the mouse, right? And it will kill the mouse. So what we are why we are doing it: because we want to kill the mouse or eliminate the mouse. And how we are going to use a trap for that. This is how we are. This is a higher order function. This is lower order function. This is lower scope is start with the hold weight, and higher scope is kill the mouse. Okay, and release the spring. Right. That is what other function needs. Now this is another fast diagram for releasing the spring. So releasing the spring is a function which is dependent on this. Can you think of other ways of achieving this? Basically, kill muscle. So basically, this is the way we are going to execute, or this is the way the fast method works. We are going to create a diagram where we are answering two questions: why we are doing it and how we are going to do it. And when then we are again one more step will be there: what other functions we need to execute to make this fast diagram possible. Okay. Okay. So that's it for this. We'll see now the last topic in the next lecture.